Good afternoon on this post-budget Wednesday. I just wanted to take a few minutes to share with you some of the key highlights or lowlights from last night's federal budget. In particular, there's a lowering of the concessional contribution cap to $25,000, which means those of us working are limited to putting in $25,000 a year into superannuation. It'd be nice if the government just picked a level and ran with it for a good deal of time, so it allows us to get some certainty in our planning and for you guys to actually make plans based on a continual number instead of having that number jump around from 50 to 25 to 35 back to 30 down to 25 again. But it's proposed to reduce that cap to everybody to $25,000. There's now a limit on the lifetime amount of money you can put in from your own back pocket into superannuation of $500,000. Doesn't affect those of you with money already in superannuation, but it does affect those wanting to put money into super. That's going to be difficult to plan and to administer that policy because it means we're going to need records now dating back to possibly 1st of July 2007, which is a long way back. And tax office records aren't always as sharp as what they might be. The good thing is negative gearing was left alone, so the tax breaks continue for those who are borrowing to invest. So I think that's a big thumbs up. That's a big positive thing that was left alone. People over the age of 65 and not yet 75 wanting to contribute, there's now no work test to put money into super, so that's a good thing. That was common sense, really. It was an unnecessary hurdle to have to pass to put money away for your retirement. So that's good that's proposed that will now go. Not so good for those earning over $250,000, as there's now an increase in the contributions tax you'll pay on the amount of money you put into super. Previously, the threshold was $300,000. That's now reduced to $250,000. So that'll apply to quite a few more people. Companies are winners. The company tax rate is proposed to come down from 30% to 25%. Not really sure why. I didn't know there was a big push by companies to reduce their company tax rate. And if the government does need money in the forms of tax revenue, I'm a little surprised as to why they'd do that. But hey, I'm a business owner with a company, so if they're going to reduce the rate of tax in the company, I'll take it. Anyone selling a property or receiving an inheritance or looking to shift a large amount of money into super, that's going to be difficult going forward, given this lifetime cap of $500,000 putting money into super. It'll be interesting to see what strategies and tactics us professionals come up with in order to help people put an adequate amount of money into their superannuation fund to provide for their retirement. But overall, not a terribly nasty budget. It looks like it's swapping one set of complicated rules for another set of equally complicated but different rules. I really don't like this retrospective policy making where they announce things and say, okay, from budget night this applies, or now we're actually going to count contributions dating back to the 1st of July 2007. That just makes it makes planning hard. It undermines people's confidence in the superannuation system, and which ultimately leads people to not save in that vehicle. And the government's come out and said that superannuation is their preferred retirement savings vehicle. It'd just be nice to have a concrete set of rules which aren't changed too much, and if there are changes, they're made prospectively, not retrospectively. So those who are in the system and those who are looking to do the right thing aren't adversely affected. But overall, not too bad. As always, please give me a call or drop me a line if you have any questions, and I'll be in touch shortly to discuss how the changes may or may not affect you. Noting that at the moment they're just proposals. None of this is law or legislation, and it will have to make its way through both houses of Parliament before it actually becomes law. So at this stage, carry on business as usual.